So we're going to do some work with the foam roller. Almost didn't run this video because I thought, no, I've got to get everything in. Well, I'll never get everything in, so I'll just keep updating our work with the foam roller because there's always stuff I'm going to forget, and that there's always new stuff to add. So anyway, we'll just kick this off, and we'll start off with just considering some of the reasons for even using a foam roller. So we're using gravity. Gravity is our assistant because it's opening out the body to the sides. It's helping get that chest open. It's helping getting the shoulders in a good position. The only thing that's lacking in terms of shoulder position is that the shoulders might tend to ride up a little bit. So just be wary of that. Think of trying to keep this chest a little bit up. You can certainly use your tailbone to pull in towards your shoulder blades so that you've got that oppositional action coming together between tailbone and shoulder blades. That's going to help those shoulders stay in a good position. Now, the other aspect that's different to your bolster is that the feel of the foam roller is much firmer. It's much more stimulating to the body, which is just reinforcing that oppositional supportive force of the ground coming up, which your body neurologically responds to significantly. It helps get a reordering response of the body, neurologically and muscularly and even mentally and emotionally. When we have that sense of being supported, everything changes. We reorganize around that. What we're going to start off with is just orienting our body to this foam roller, seeing how our body can relate to it, and getting a nice massage in the process, getting a nice sense of our body's feel for this upward pressure from this lovely firm piece of equipment underneath our bodies, and just getting a feel for how our body can coordinate itself with that, and using the full extent of my body to experience what's going on, to build my relationship with this roller and with gravity working between my body and the roller. So we can certainly throw in some arm movements here, and arm movements of any nature, taking those arms through as much range of movement as possible. The ones that feel good, even if they might be a little bit painful. Sometimes the body seeks a little bit of pain because usually the kind of pain it seeks is the kind of pain that releases tension and helps dissipate that pain. So just being guided by that sense of gratification and whatever feels good. Now, remembering that tension in the body is very much assisted in its release if we can squeeze it out through our extremities. It's a lovely sensation. So fairly safe position to give our to load up our body a little bit in. Just be aware of those shoulders rising up to the ears. So if you want, you can come back to that tail to shoulder blade coming together, oppositional force to help keep those shoulder blades down and the chest open. So again, try not to systemize this too much. Try and break out of the system. Try and be as random as you can with this. Just being careful if you have any existing shoulder conditions. Just to keep within a safe range of movement and just cautiously going out into those more difficult ones. Now, a really important principle with this is with any rehab, or not just rehab, but with any healthy strength building exercise, you want to constantly be working into achieving more and more connections, between upper body, lower body, left side of body, right side of body. So as I'm moving my arms and my shoulders, I'm really working into my feet as well. I'm pressing those feet into the floor. If I want to get more leverage, more power out through these arms, all I need to do is press my tailbone into the roller, press my feet into the roller, press my back into the roller. So it wouldn't be much use to us if that 100-pound grizzly bear came upon us if we were just using our arms. But if we're pressing our bodies back into the ground, we have at least twice the power to eject forces coming upon us. So in this case, I'm using some weights here. So this is tremendously easy, tremendously eased by just using more of my body. I could keep this up for quite a long time. Right. Shoulders nicely connecting into those latissimus dorsi, just underneath the shoulder blades. So great. Let's just have a look at some lower body movement and then we'll combine them. So we started off swinging side to side, and I'm going to help get a feel for my whole body connecting to the ground by using a little bit of stimulation up through my feet here. And now I'm really feeling those feet and sensations coming up from the bottom of my feet right through to my legs, which is exactly what we want. We want to explore as many connections, not just within our body, but with our surroundings, which the foam roller is expert at because it's so firm and obvious, and I'm just using something for my feet to get that same feeling. So great. Let's play around with some just standard pelvic curls. Now, with pelvic curls, it's always a good idea to think of the fact that you'll get the best curl or articulation by tucking the hips back before you coming up, and just letting your weight fall out through your shins and your knees, feeling your feet supported by the floor, and feeling your shoulders being supported by the ground, in this case the roller. And just relaxing into that, just letting your weight fall out in both directions, out through your shins, down through your feet, and out through your shoulders. And if you can achieve that sense of the floor supporting you, you can develop a really nice feeling of relaxation. Great. So let's transfer our weight to, say, our right foot. And of course our body is going to rebalance it to the right hand side of it. And let's just lift one leg, and what we can do is we can play around with that leg. Yeah. We can rotate that leg, we can rotate the feet, we can explore many ranges of movement. And bring that down and try the other leg. That's it. Great. So that's lovely. Let's just come up and down off our heels a little bit. Great. And let's just coming back down. So also tucking that tail to come back down to increase that articulation. And let's just start tucking and tilting the tail. Let's start hitching the hips side to side. And again, you're going to get the best range, the easiest range, and the most relieving sensation by using your whole body to shift those hips, pressing into your feet, even throwing the shoulders in a bit. So don't so much work for containment, just work for connection. Everything connecting to everything else. learning more and more pathways of connection through which we can utilize oppositional forces to create that movement rather than straining individual parts of the body. It's very freeing, very relaxing, and also extremely powerful. You develop extremely powerful movement. So let's just try bringing our feet together, and I'm always forgetting to turn my head, but just giving that challenge to the whole body to learn new connections when it becomes disoriented by turning the head. So it's an unfamiliar, that sense of the unfamiliar to the body, or what Corey Bleckenstaff, physiotherapist from America, terms novel movements, are excellent for revitalizing the body and for getting more of the body switched on, so that we're not decreasing our range of activity, but we're actually increasing it, and helping more of the body switch on equals more of the body is available to distribute load and take the strain off those chronically overworked and strained parts of the body. So we're just hitching here, and hitching is a wonderful hip action to combine with tilting, and even rotating as if there's a paintbrush coming out through this bottom center of your body, painting circles on the far wall. That's excellent. Great. Lovely. Good. So let's combine quickly just a little bit of upper body with lower body. So we're just going to do a few scissors actions with our arms for a start, just to warm up into that. And then we're going to lift one leg, take opposite arm and leg out. Now you will have to lean a little bit to your right. It's physically impossible to be centered. You will fall over, so don't struggle. Just find that natural point of balance and try and just feel as supported as you can. The more supported you feel, the more your body is going to find this effortless, and the more you're allowing it to find its natural state of balance. That's it. Lovely. Great. Let's just quickly do the other side. So both arms in the air, and you will find one side is usually harder than the other. And it's probably good if you're not straining, to work into the more difficult side, or a little bit more. That's it. Lovely. Great. That's a lovely oppositional movement there. It's very opening for the body. And that's just nice for me to hold that for a while, because I am feeling a bit of restriction. This is my harder side to balance and feel comfortable in, and just holding it there, I'm letting go of quite a lot of tension. I can feel it in there, and it's letting go nicely. Great. So we can certainly throw in some arm helicopters, which in a later video we will do with our legs. So helicopter is basically a scissors. So we scissors once, we scissors twice, and then circle. Scissors once, scissors twice, and circle back the other way. And I'm trying to remember to turn my head every now and again, because then it's that learning from disorientation that's really important, because anything that disorients us is telling us a sign we've kind of lost that range of movement. We've sort of limited our range of movement, so that suddenly becomes uncomfortable to us, and we want to keep increasing, not decreasing our range of movement. Some older people, because they keep this up, will put us, people my age, to shame. As long as you keep this up, it's not about straining. It's not about, damaging yourself. It's completely the opposite. It's about letting yourself rest into these lovely supportive forces and just using the natural connections in our body to produce the movement, which is a lovely feeling. So scissoring once, twice, rotate. Once, twice, rotate the other way. Lovely. So we might finish up there because the video is getting quite long and there are many more to come.